Hey everybody, little bit of a different video here as we talk some college hockey because the Frozen Four, the final four teams in the NCAA hockey tournament, is coming up this week with the semifinals on Thursday and then the national championship game on Saturday. So I want to do a preview here of the Frozen Four and kind of look at the matchups and the teams that have made it this far and talk some college hockey, which I haven't done a whole lot of on this channel since the NHL season has started, because obviously I've been very busy with the NHL, but I am a big fan of college hockey myself, especially the teams in Hockey East, which are all local to me for the most part. And I'm a big college hockey fan, and there's going to be a really, really good Frozen Four this year, so I am excited for it. So before we get into it, I just ask you, please hit that subscribe button and thumbs up if you haven't yet. Helps the channel an absolute ton and is greatly appreciated. But let's take a look here at the Frozen Four. The four teams that have made it are Umass Amherst, the Minutemen, Minnesota Duluth, St. Cloud State, and Minnesota State. So Minnesota obviously heavily represented here, but one Hockey East team did make it to the Frozen Four, and that is Umass. And the first game, which will be taking place Thursday, April 8th at 5 p.m., is between St. Cloud State and Minnesota State. St. Cloud State went 19-10-0 on the season. They went 15-9 within their conference. And they got to the Frozen Four by defeating Boston College 4-1 to win their region, part of the regional tournaments. They have 96 goals for on the season and 75 goals against. Their power play operates at 21.7%, and their penalty kill operates at 84.8%. So pretty good special teams there from St. Cloud State. Obviously, they're a pretty high-scoring team with 96 goals for, and big win over Boston College got them to this point. They should have some pretty solid momentum heading into this semifinal game. However, so should their opponent, Minnesota State, who went 22-4-1 on the season. 13-1-0 in their conference, and they are coming off of a shutout win over Minnesota to win the region and get to the Frozen Four, 4-0 in that game. So they're obviously coming off a very strong performance as well. They also have 96 goals for on the season and 41 goals against, just 41 goals against on the year for Minnesota State. Very, very good defensive team. Their power play operates at 25.8% on the man advantage, and their penalty kill operates at an incredible 85.4% down a man. So Minnesota State has the same number of goals for. They have way less goals against than St. Cloud State. Their power play is better and their penalty kill is better. Minnesota State definitely the favorite in this game. Better team on the season as well. However, it's the playoffs. It's a one-game just playoff to go to the finals. Anything can happen. I think Minnesota State is definitely the favorite here and expected to win this game, but don't count out St. Cloud State. They're very good as well, and it would be a really cool upset to see them come out and win this game and make it to the finals and make it to the national championship. But certainly looks like Minnesota State is the favorite heading into that one. The second game on Thursday night will take place at 9 p.m., and it is Umass against Minnesota Duluth. Umass went 18-5-4 on the season this year, 13-5-4 in their conference. They are coming off a 4-0 win over Bemidji State to win their region, part of the regional tournament, and advance to the Frozen Four. They have 95 goals for on the season, another strong offensive team, and 46 goals against on the year, so they do not give up a whole lot as far as goals against. They operate at 22.3% on the power play and an incredible 91.4% on the penalty kill. Their penalty kill is absolutely incredible. So UMass has had a very strong year in Hockey East. They've got some very good players. Unfortunately, we got some tough news Tuesday morning about their team. They have 4 players who are not going to be able to participate in the Frozen Four because of contact tracing to do with COVID. So they are going to be missing 4 players, which is unfortunate. But they have a very strong and deep team overall, and they certainly still have a chance, even without those guys, to put on a really good performance here and try and get to this national championship game. Minnesota Duluth, they went 15-10-2 in the regular season, 13-9-2 in their conference. They are coming off an incredible, shocking 5 overtime win, knocking out the University of North Dakota 4-3 in the regional finals of their first part of their tournament to get to the Frozen Four. Minnesota Duluth was not supposed to get this far. They were an underdog. They had some huge wins. That huge win over North Dakota in the 5th overtime. North Dakota was actually the favorite to come out of that region, and they were able to pull off the upset. So now they're going to try and do it again against Umass and get themselves to the national championship game in a year that they were not expected to go that far. They have 81 goals for on the season and 63 goals against. Their power play operates at 19.8%, and their penalty kill is not very good at just 75.8%. So Minnesota Duluth really needs to keep this a 5-on-5 game, because their power play is not overly great at 19.8%, and UMass's penalty kill is extremely good at 91.4%. And then on the other side of things, Minnesota Duluth needs to stay out of the penalty box because their penalty kill is only 75.8% effective on the season, and UMass's power play, while not anything super spectacular, is pretty good at 22.3%. So Minnesota Duluth, if they're going to win this game, needs it to be 5-on-5 most of the time. They cannot get into a special teams battle with UMass. They also need to play well defensively. They've given up 63 goals against on the season. UMass has scored 95 while only giving up 46. So Minnesota Duluth cannot get into a track meet, high-scoring kind of game with UMass. UMass is going to win that. They need to keep it 3-2, 2-1, something like that, and have their best defensive game of the year if they're going to beat the Minutemen. But for UMass, they need to come in and bring their A game. They're going to be missing some guys. They know that. They're going to have some newer guys in the lineup who probably didn't get a whole lot of playing time this year. They're going to need to rely on their top guys to play really well, and they're going to need to just make sure that they bring their full best effort A game to this one. And if they do that, they can advance to the national championship game. But I really think that UMass is the favorite in that game. Minnesota State is the favorite in the first game. But I do believe that anything can happen. These one-game playoffs are usually completely up for grabs, and we've seen plenty of upsets in college hockey, not just this year, but throughout the recent history of college hockey. There have been plenty of upsets in this tournament, and it's going to be a really, really good Frozen Four that's going to be a lot of fun to watch. So I am pretty excited for this coming up on Thursday. UMass versus Minnesota Duluth is the second game. They play at 9 p.m. I believe both of these games are on ESPN2. St. Cloud State plays Minnesota State at 5 p.m. for the first game. And the winners of these two games will advance to the national championship game, which will be on ESPN on Saturday. So that will be really cool to see which two teams make it. And might be doing a preview of the national championship game on Friday or Saturday morning after these games happen and we see who makes it. But this was my Frozen Four preview for college hockey this year. The final 4 teams left in the NCAA playing, and the 2 winners will compete for the national championship on Saturday. So with that, like, comment, share, subscribe, follow on social media. All those links are down in the description. If you'd like to further support the channel, the links to our Patreon merchandise store donation link and channel memberships are down in the description as well. Keep spreading the word about this channel. Let's keep this thing growing. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys soon.